Relax, folks, it's not real. But if it were, would it be really such a bad thing? Hey folks, MasakoX here. And on my feeds on various social media, which by the way you can actually check right there, that being Goku done in a Disney-esque style, and on some cases, including a little Disney Plus Dragon Ball A New Journey subtitle, implying that, oh, this is coming in 2023 and this is brand new because it looks like Disney. It's not, but I wanted to give my own take on it because actually, this image is really not that bad. For a nanosecond, I did think, is it real? So immediately you can tell that this was a tweet published on the 27th of September by Van Rose, and it's simply a piece of Dragon Ball fan art that he had been working on. In fact, if you go to the original website that it was posted on, ArtStation, here is a detailed reason and description of what he did. Fan art of Goku from Dragon Ball, a redesign project to see how close I could make this character feel like something out of Disney's Moana or Raya and the Last Dragon. Very good movie, by the way. Responsible for all character assets, sculpting, modeling, look dev, background environment, so he's describing where he got all the sources from and that he made the model himself. And that is really, really good. Good to know where the sources come from. But that first bit in that first paragraph, I love that. How close I could make this character feel like something out of Disney's Moana or Raya and the Last Dragon. Well, congratulations, my friend. You fooled everybody. Even me for a couple of seconds there when I first saw this, and many people have actually been tweeting me and DMing me going, is this real, Masako? Well, it's not, but I can understand why people would have been flummoxed for a second there. It looks very good, and Van Rose's mission to try and make it look like something Disney would make, won. Just straight up won. I'm not even mad. This is really impressive. I would actually really like to see this. But Masako, why would you do that? Disney, Dragon Ball, why would you let them touch it? How dare you? You're not a real fan. I understand why this might be a sensitive subject, because over the years, Disney has been mooted to maybe get Dragon Ball because Fox has the connection of distributing the movies. They did that for Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Broly, as well, of course, Dragon Ball Evolution. There is that tie, and since Fox is now under the Disney umbrella, now rebranded as 20th Television or 20th Century Studios, there are people that think that maybe the mouse might get to the monkey. Well, don't worry, folks, that was just a distribution deal for the movies. But then again, I do find it funny every single time whenever I hear this about, oh, Chi-Chi would technically then be a Disney princess. Would she make a good Disney princess? Yeah. Let me know in the comments whether you think she'd actually fit. Sometimes Bulma does act like a princess, I'll give you that. But hey, I'd like to see that too. Cool engineer princess. That'd be a really cool look. Why am I not allowed to like this? Because I do. I do like it quite a bit, because this is probably one of the most natural character designs of Goku that isn't in the anime style. It could work. It's very, very difficult to bring Goku's hairstyle to life, something that would work in reality. Dragon Ball Evolution did a decent job, but it still didn't save the movie. But this looks really well. Just tassel-haired Goku who's never seen a hairbrush in his life. That works here. The fringe looks good. The attitude, the adaptation of the gi, nice and simple, not overly complicated, because I've seen many 3D renders where they have to go into excruciating detail with the fiber and the cloth. You don't have to do that. You just have to make it semi-realistic, but nice and simple that you could easily animate it in a hurry, and it doesn't look photorealistic. It doesn't have to. This is a happy medium, or a content clairvoyant. The rest of the design I really like. The holder for the Dragon Ball, that's perfect. That's something Goku could easily fabricate himself. The power pole, nice and simple. It's not as elaborate as Nyoibo, but doesn't really matter. It's just for illustrative purposes. Tail looks good, everything looks nice. The boots, I really like the boots. The boots are really nice, much more elaborate than the original anime. The presentation just feels right. This feels like Goku at the age of 10, 11, 12, which he was in age 750 of Dragon Ball. It fits the personality. It fits what Disney would do. Why would Disney do such a bad job, I hear you say? I don't think you need to worry about that, folks. If Disney Animation Studios were given the green light to make this, Shueisha would be on them all the time. They are very, very strict about what they do. Shueisha being the owners of the Dragon Ball IP, by the way, not Toei. They do the anime. Shueisha, that's the manga and the original IP, and of course Bird Studios, which is Toriyama's own studio, which technically is what Dragon Ball is under too. They would be on Disney all the time, especially after what happened with Dragon Ball Evolution. They wouldn't want that to happen again. Something that could really muddy the waters with Dragon Ball, but I do understand why people would be overly sensitive about it, because especially after the success of Fortnite, how long is it going to be until you hear, "Me, Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans, the hero of Fortnite, because that's where I'm from." Yes. There will be lots of people that associate Dragon Ball with Fortnite. Just accept it, folks. It means that Dragon Ball gets to live on. It's something you can't really get mad about. My nephews play Fortnite. Let them enjoy it. But really, if you adapted the first saga of Dragon Ball into a Disney-esque film, it could be really, really cool. Dragon Ball was not popular from the get-go. The first saga did not do that well in the manga sales and all that stuff. In fact, if it weren't for Krillin and the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai, Dragon Ball might have been cancelled, because Goku, the original Goku, if you look back at those first 13 episodes, he doesn't really have that much of a personality. The anime did fix a couple of things after they realized how they could be adapted. But if you go back to the first chapters of the manga, Goku's a bit plain. He's not really that characterful. It's up to Roshi and Bulma and Oolong and Yamcha to make up the difference. If they could go back with 4 decades of hindsight, as well as things would work for a Disney audience that really loves these types of films, it could really work. I know that it's very difficult for some people to hear, but I'm being realistic. Is that if you're very careful and you've got Shueisha on you like a dog, like they will be on your case. Would Disney be up to the task of actually going ahead with this? I mean, maybe. That's something that you can take sort of comfort in, is that Shueisha is not going to let anybody that works on their property that isn't Toei get away with completely discrediting their entire franchise or making it something that it isn't, even though it would make a lot of money. Then again, Disney probably would ask for a lot of money anyway, so it's not going to happen anyway. I mean, the average CGI movie for a Disney property is going to be in excess of $100 million. Why would Shueisha put that much money in? Why would you want to kind of fork out tens of millions of dollars when you can easily make it yourself with Toei for maybe less than 10 mil, 20 million at tops, and maybe make more than 4 times your return? That's the thing there. Granted, you know, Dragon Ball could easily make maybe, I don't know, $500 million or something like that. Because if you do the first saga, it makes it accessible for anybody who hasn't seen Dragon Ball. But mind you, a lot of people have seen it. But then Fortnite did prove to us that not a lot of people did, especially with the Kamehameha and that whole debacle. So if you really want my boiled down opinion on this, you want me to hate it? No, I don't. I actually quite like it. It's one of the most accomplished iterations of CGI Goku that I've seen. It looks really good. And the fact that the person who made it went out to make it look like a Disney thing and made it work, you should really hire this guy, because he's good at what he does. And I like seeing new talent, be it vocal or artisanal, because I'm trying to work on my art myself, by the way. You can check out the video up top about my progress. So if you're looking for me to condemn this art, no, I'm not going to, because I like it. But I just want to also tell you that it's not going to happen, because Shueisha would not want to fork out the money. Let's just be realistic here. It all comes down to money. Let Toei make the movies. They got an understanding, and it'd be a lot cheaper. They get a lot more money out of it regardless. Nice and simple.